And you can feel free to call the meeting to order, Mr. President.
All right, let me get my paperwork in order here. Unprepared.
Unprepared.
So we're gonna call the December 15th
So we're gonna call
meeting.
the,
Oh, someone's gonna turn that off, I guess, right? Need to call the December 15th Parks and Recreation Board regular meeting to order.
board regular meeting to order.
What's going on?
I think someone's got to mute. The first item is public input.
The first item.
Anyone out there looking to speak to the board? No, seeing none. Dustin? Everyone else is. Is us. We'll move on then to administrative matters, which is the park board minutes. Any motions or changes for the minutes?
Look good to me. I move we approve the minutes.
Second.
It's moved and seconded by,
Moved, seconded.
by Mike. Is this my computer? Clearly it must be. To approve the minutes as presented, all those in favor
I'm
say
having
aye.
trouble on my end too. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Aye.
All those
Aye.
opposed?
I believe
Ayes
the
have it.
minutes, it should say December 1st, 2020. I think we forgot a zero there.
We forgot the zero there.
Oh, on the A part. on the A
Agenda.
part
Here's
above the
two.
agenda.
202. So it's fine.
We'll move on next to the voucher list.
The voucher list.
Boy, that's gonna annoy me all day long.
Boy, that's an
I don't hear anything. What is it?
I move,
What is it?
It's echoing. I'm not sure if it's echoing on your end, but it's echoing on my end.
Not here.
I guess I need some better technology. So there's a motion to approve the claims as presented under 20-12 and 20-C and 20-12D. Is there a
Oh.
second?
I'll second.
And Robin seconds it. Any discussion?
It looks good to me.
They're all good.
Who motioned?
Dave motioned, Robin seconded.
Seconded. Thank you.
yeah,
All- Go ahead. All those in favor
now,
say
can you hear
aye.
me? You guys are cutting in and out. Aye.
Right. Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
We hear you when you talk, Dave.
We have the December board report. Mark, if you want to do that, I'll mute myself.
I will, you have that printed copy in your packet, and with the echo that is occurring, because we're also getting it, I'll leave it at that for
Yeah.
you, unless you have any questions.
I don't have any questions. The only question I had was about Indigo Golf, and then you explain that later on in the presentation or in one of the motions that we need to make later on. So it made sense. Because I was like, I didn't know we dealt with Indigo. So
Yeah, Indigo is, Billy Casper Golf is now being known as Indigo Golf Partners.
and thank everyone for cutting those trees down at Frank Hammond that are dying. I appreciate it. I saw them out there today.
Okay.
And then
Okay. So the report is now concluded.
Now concluded.
Oh, that's really just. We'll move on to a meeting
We'll move on
schedule.
to the meeting schedule.
Anything we should be aware of?
Anything we should be aware of?
Those are pretty standard meeting dates for next year.
Those are pretty standard.
Being on Tuesdays, there's really no changes. The only thing I would ask you is, as a motion to approve this, to also include that we will meet remotely on Zoom as long as the governor allows.
Anybody want to make a motion?
Oh, I'll motion to approve.
Second, anybody?
I'll second it, Ron.
Okay, Robin, motion seconded by Ron to approve the meeting schedule as presented with the caveat of it being from Zoom as so long as this emergency order exists. So any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
No one's opposed to it, so it passes. We'll move on to resolution 2020-04, which is the salary and wage schedule for part-time employees. Anything change as far as the
Anything change as
pay
far as
scale?
There's a few minor changes that were included in there. We did add a office clerk line item just to give us flexibility for the future if anything were to ever happen to Donna and Janice, so we could have the potential to pull that in. We also removed the word summer in front of the word intern, so it would give us the flexibility throughout the year if we have the opportunity to get an intern during the spring or fall semesters to give us that flexibility. We did also look to increase that stipend, as that was a minimal, as they put in an 80-hour work week. The stipend was non-competitive with the others that are being offered in the Parks and Rec field out there. We also removed the words youth in education instructor, sports supervisor, and sport officials. Again, just to give us better flexibility as those various different programs come about. Pool maintenance, we did increase those rates to be in line with the part-time maintenance folks that Kevin has in line. So we wanted those to be accurate as well. And we did bring up the bottom rate on a few of the smaller rates that were at $7.50. We brought them up to $8 an hour.
Okay.
All right, I appreciate the explanation. Is there a motion to approve this?
Move to approve resolution 2020-4.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made by Mike and seconded by Robin that we approve 2020-4, which is the schedule. Seeing no other discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Opposed?
Ayes have it.
Ayes have it.
Boy, this is 2020-05, creating and establishing fees.
Too late now.
I think I'm gonna go to the bar after this.
Can you guys
Sounded like you did already.
I know.
hear me?
Dave, yeah, we hear you, Dave.
Do you? I'm having some serious trouble on my end.
Oh,
You're good.
I mean, it's bouncing around and in and out, and anyway.
When I point, you just vote yes.
Like your internet connection.
On as far as resolution 2020-05, I can speak to that. This is a Schedule A that we normally approve and then send on to the town council. The State Board of Accounts has informed the Clerk Treasurer's Office we do not need to send it on to the council, so we'll be just approving Schedule A from this point forward. So this is the initial Schedule A for our department. And we will just amend that from time to time following this in the future. So this is a summary of our fees and charges throughout various facilities, programs, activities. The one item in item B on the Schedule A is the Parks and Rec program fees and charges. That was listed as Exhibit A. You just approved that at your last meeting. So just presenting this to you with the recommendation seeking approval of this resolution of our Schedule A for the year.
Thank you.
What numbers have changed?
These are all the same fees. No numbers in these have changed at all.
Okay.
I apologize. The only one that did change was in the ball field. There was I didn't understand how the ball field fees were written in there. But I know that I did clarify it, and we put it in there. It's under Section 5, the community park ball fields. I know that the directive right now is not to have any outside groups use them. It just does give us the flexibility if that direction is so to change in the future. It allows us to have a fee on file that we can apply. One of those is also a fee for local colleges, because I know that there has been a use by Purdue Northwest in the past for softball when they want to practice on a grass field. So we have a fee in there that would allow us to apply that if they so choose to come over and use our park.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Looking for a motion for 2020-05.
So move.
I'll second it.
Moved and seconded. Any other discussion or questions?
Yes.
Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That is passed on to the town council. Next item, if
Says no longer passed on.
community park management agreement.
Mr. President, as I've mentioned to you before, the current initial agreements that we have for community park and pool concessions agreement, that was meant to be an annual agreement since it was started. We have basically continued under that with that agreement ever since that began. We have put together an updated agreement with the company that's now known as Indigo Golf Partners. Their full name is Antares Golf LLC. And this is a recommendation that Angie has in the call as well, that they have agreed to, and we bring to you a recommendation to have this as a 5-year agreement for the pool concessions.
No.
Any other questions from the board about this agreement?
Questions from the board
Okay, seeing none,
No.
I'll take a motion.
about take a motion?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the park and pool concession management agreement. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed,
hear me now?
Yeah.
ayes have it.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
We're-
I guess the bunker is
Sorry.
locked today.
Get into the AT&T, I guess.
I just hope for a quick vaccine so we can talk in person anymore. So next item on the agenda is the Centennial Park Management Agreement.
Okay. That's with Indigo.
Mr. President, this is the same thing, just for the management. This is also one that they presented with one small change. We wanted to bring up, originally it called for at the end of every month that we would balance out monies between the two agencies. We look to make that as an annual, once annual type of arrangement. And that's really the only agreement other than extending this for another 5 years, which is what the initial term was. So we're ready to, and bring that to you today with a positive recommendation.
So it was on my end or not? I mean, this guy got out of here.
So none of the terms have changed, Mark?
Just the one about where if they ever make a revenue, they balance that to us annually rather than just monthly. That's the only thing that changed, other than the expiration dates and the reference to their names.
Anything else from any questions?
Anything else from any questions?
No. Do you need a motion?
Yes.
Yes.
Motion to approve the amendment, Centennial Park Management Agreement.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded to approve the management agreement for Centennial Park. All those in favor say aye.
aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
I have it.
Just
If you want to move on to the golf and the banquet operations, I guess it's a report. I don't know if there's a motion that needs to be made or not.
No, Mr. President, right now, I just wanted to just verbally tell you guys that there is a request that has been brought to us from Centennial Park Golf Management. We did approve at the last meeting a change, or was that on this? Actually, I take that back. That's on your claim list today for $35,000 forward to them to keep their cash balance healthy. We anticipate with the governor's orders, events that they have really cut back, and they will be continuing to have similar requests here at the end of the year and earlier next year. We are trying to get those paid out of this year's budget still. So I wanted to give you that heads up, and that'll be on your official claim list going into the new year. So no formal actions needed at this point, just wanted to.
No formal action needed at this point.
And that's, oh, this is all good with the clerk treasurer's
That's,
office?
this is all good with the clerk.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
The way this meeting is going, put me out of my misery and someone could call for adjournment.
I don't know, whatever happened to Dave? I haven't heard from Dave.
I can hear him.
I hear him. I hear him.
Oh,
I'm
disappeared.
I'm leaving that up forever. I can hear Dave.
I motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye. Is
Aye.
Dave there? Where's Dave?
Dave.
Dave says he's good with that.
Hey, Dave's off the call right now, but I will remind you, those of you, Mike and Dan, you'll need to stop in and sign a few things.
They need to. From the
Gladly.
11-17
Have a
board
good Christmas.
All right.
See you
too.
guys.
Merry
Good Christmas. Bye.
And Dave, I need you to sign for the first meeting, and I need Dan